Hi, we're Group 4, ChowDown. Our team members are Eden Max, Daniel Stevens, and Gabrielle Healy.
So when talking with restaurants earlier in the semester to develop business ideas, it was realized that restaurants were having a tough time having repeat customers and also having customers consistently order from them for meals. So the thought was that there's a lacking customer loyalty during the pandemic since customers can't go into the restaurant and actually interact with the staff. So one way to do this, the thought is to allow restaurants to create videos to be able to interact with their guests. So ChowDown is a cooking experience app that allows restaurants to sell food to customers from local restaurants. And so instead of the customers receiving a fully cooked meal, they receive a package of ingredients to make their recipe with. And along with that, they have access to an instructional video that the restaurant creates themselves that can be fun and entertaining for the customer to watch. Through this instructional video, they're able to create the recipes and create the food. So this will help expand the cooking skills of the individual and also just a fun way to cook.
After speaking with restaurants from smaller communities that we're targeting with our platform, we found they were reluctant to buy our service because they found that they could do it cheaper for themselves and also because they found that working with a startup could be too risky. A lot of this came from the fact that Uber Eats and DoorDash are two commonly used platforms by restaurants at the moment. And because those platforms take such large fees from these restaurants, they've started to pull out so that they can make a greater profit. We also found that if we can find a way to incentivize restaurants to use this, we plan to make our app as common as Uber Eats and DoorDash, hoping that on the weekend somebody will refer to ChowDown as what they want to do over these two platforms. We see our potential revenue of as over 1 million, with 80% of revenue being our profit after we pay people like programmers and administrative staff. And our takeaway is that our businesses are interested, but we need further development.
So as we've gone through the process of making our business, we've definitely learned a lot of things. We learned that while we're pitching our business, not everyone will be interested, and that's okay. We really had to learn how to be confident in ourselves and what we were pitching. And even when managers might take a while to respond back to you, you just have to keep working, keep grinding, and try to get a response. We also learned about our group dynamics, that when we all work together and contribute together, we end up making really cool and interesting ideas come to life. Also because we all have really unique individual skill sets, by utilizing those, we can maximize our success and make the most out of our business. However, not everything is perfect, and we definitely think that there could be some improvements to this project. We think that if we had a little bit more time, we would really be able to expand our business plan, as well as take more time to contact customers and companies. As well as we also think it would be really interesting if we could look to maybe peers for potential customers.
So our final thoughts for this project is there is a couple of pluses and a couple of minuses. So some of the pros or pluses for this is that the videos can make the business more appealing. So this allows that the restaurants to interact with the customers, which could be more appealing than just receiving an instructional card on how to make the recipes. Next, we could help with the high restaurant staff turnover issues. So right now there's a lot of turnover in the restaurants. So that means the restaurants are having to train more individuals more frequently. And so this could help with some of the kitchen staff and reduce the need for so many experienced cooks or chefs. And it could also provide an additional revenue stream for the restaurant. So instead of having to sell cooked items, they already have the ingredients and they can just sell those. So some of the minuses or cons is there's no way to ensure that customers will still be interested in dining in. So now that restaurants are opening back up, maybe there will be a fall in the use of apps like this as people start going out to eat. You can't completely protect the recipes or secret sauces for the restaurants. So that is something that would have to be up to the restaurants to be able to protect themselves against. The business really can't do that. And then nothing to prevent restaurants from doing this themselves. That was some of the feedback we got, that it would be cheaper for them to do. So maybe they would do themselves. So for will this work? The answer is yes, with some more workshopping. So businesses were interested in this idea and believe that this is something that could attract some new customers. However, there needs to be some more incentives for the restaurants, and then also a little bit more detail behind kind of what the benefits are for the restaurants. So with that, thanks for watching our presentation on ChowDown.
I'm trying to stop the recording. Let's see.